Previously on MasterChef.
I don't care about the award. Any of the
You gambled.
Stumble. Tonight.
no. Spoilers and a finale. Fuck you!
Come on, guys, please. Finishing touches now.
He almost stopped the whole tray.
Christ.
He's all over the place. Here we are. 60 seconds to go. Let's go. Come on.
He's falling apart.
Oh, David.
This is Caramel Macchiato.
Keep working. Laser focus.
David has now started to play. Finally.
I got this.
15 seconds to go. Come on. Come on, John.
There you go.
Speed up.
Push it to the end.
10,
Okay.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Stop and hands in the air.
Wow, what an incredible 60 minutes.
All right, you three. The moment of
Sean went
truth
hard.
has arrived. It's time to taste
Oh, what is
those
that?
entrees. Please, let's head to the restaurant.
Oh, it's. Oh my god. Shit.
Right, you three, well done. Sean, please present your entrees, thank you.
The judges didn't care for my appetizer, so this entree has to be my comeback.
Your chefs.
Everything's on the line on this dish. Like, if I don't knock this out of the park, there's no reason for me to cook dessert.
Wow. Visually, it's breathtaking.
Thank you.
Describe it, please.
Coffee ancho, spice-rubbed venison loin with a plum venison demi, garnished with some balsamic cipollini, some smoked plums, garlic shallot cream, some truffle, and some nice, beautiful fiddleheads.
I can smell the truffle, I can smell the spice, I can smell like
Look
smokiness.
at this,
What's smoked on
The
here?
plating could have used something
smoked the
cool in the
plums.
middle.
I didn't want to overpower you with the smoke, so I just gave you the smoked plums, so you have that tartness, but you also, at the back of your palate, you should get that smoky essence.
I mean,
No, stop. Stop.
delicious.
Fuck you. Why is
it
this?
tastes as good as it looks. The texture is incredible. Venison's like butter, gamey, and spicy. Coffee gives that bitterness, so there's hidden treasures in every little bite. You've now reinvented how venison should be plated because it's true to itself. I'm blown away.
Thank you very much,
Great
Chef.
job.
Thank you.
When you described the dish, I was worried about the chanterelle and the truffle, but the harmony in this dish is
Enchanting.
exceptional.
Okay.
Everything has its place, and everything play a nice role together. Compared to your appetizer, I think you understood harmony and respect of ingredient. Well done.
Thank you, Chef. I needed a big one today.
You know, Sean,
I'm not
they
crying.
made a movie
It's
called
a-
The
it's a
Perfect
fucking
Storm. I think
plank.
this is the perfect forest.
It's a log.
I think when you look at forest on a plate, this might be it.
Thank you, Chef.
I love the onion. I think the onion, they taste caramelized with the balsamic vinegar, a little sugar, and I really love the color
Fucking
of
tree
the
stump Andy.
fiddlehead ferns because it really brightens up the whole dish. But if I would think one thing, I saw you smoking the plums. I don't think he does that much to it, really, to the dish. I
you
think
test
What
them
is
and
even
you-
is that
But for
vegetable?
sure.
The spinning thing?
Not I wouldn't talk
It
about
looks
it.
the thing in Harry Potter that they
I
eat
love
and then they can
No,
swim
no,
for longer
I
time.
don't think he does that much to the dish.
Okay.
But at the end, it's really the venison. The rub is not overpowering, so it came out really, really as a stunning
Right?
dish.
It
Thank you,
does.
Chef.
It does.
I love the restraint that you
Gillyweed.
showed with that black truffle. That black truffle
Every
almost
pota.
mimics the shape of the plate. I think it's elegant. I think it's very thoughtful. It's very dreamlike in a beautiful way. The venison is cooked beautifully, and it's great to see you change direction like that so quickly from course to course and really prove time and time again that you are a great student.
I'll never give up, chefs.
Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, chefs.
Nice chef.
They even get the piano guy too, and he gets truffle.
Oh, I needed that.
Brandi, please present your entrees, thank you.
I've put myself into this entree. I've taken simple Southern ingredients, I've elevated them. Who would think that you could put a hush puppy in a MasterChef finale? But I've
Let's
made
be
it
honest.
beautiful on this plate.
She should have
Brandi,
swapped her
please describe
entree
your
and
entree.
appetizer.
I
This
have
is
a
smaller
cast
than
iron
her
seared
appetizer.
breast over andouille mixed greens with a blackberry demi, ramp hush puppies, and pickled white strawberries.
Brandi, The hush puppy looks like a falafel to me, but I can't wait to taste it.
Falafel. Seriously? Put your
J'ai
glasses
pas
on,
for you
Brenda.
today a simple
He's wheezing.
Brandi, happy with the look of this entree?
I am happy with this. I think that the elements of my dish were hard to make beautiful, but I think that I put a lot of finesse on the plate today.
Oh, she
I
hates
think
it.
it's one of the best plates you've ever plated. I mean, duck's beautiful. Let's
She
get that right.
hates it.
And seasoned incredibly. Love the blackberries. I mean, there's no greater combination. This is better than the appetizer. What it needs, Brandi, is a touch of lightness. I'll drop the hush puppies because it's just rich and rich and rich. Put a little bit of weight on me, but don't put me under cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
I mean,
chef.
keep me alive for dessert. Well done.
What do you mean for dessert then?
It's very tasty.
The
green,
clients died after the
it has
appetizer.
a nice finish of acidity behind. The andouille bring this strength to it. And the falafel, as Wolfgang called
Now,
it.
what does it look like? You want my glasses? Go ahead and here, give
I'm
one
done
of my
talking.
glasses over there. Look with the glasses. You look very handsome with the glasses, you know?
Yeah, he does.
I didn't realize
Jesus.
your eyesight was that bad.
What I really love about your dish is I want to eat it all. And I think that's the secret of a beautiful dish.
Thank you, chef.
I love the flavor of the hush puppies, but I actually prefer the pork belly to the duck. Yet you cook the duck perfectly. But I think all in all, I expected a little more from you.
Ooh, shit.
Brandi, I thought some of the flavors on your duck entree were delicious. They worked
Clapped.
really well together, but I disagree with Gordon 100%. It's by no means your most beautiful
What a
entree.
180.
And to be quite honest, it's not a strong visual presentation at all.
I disagree with Christina, because I think this is beautiful, and I think this is you to a T. And Christina needs to get her eyes tested quickly.
I think it's what you say.
What, you're saying this looks ugly?
It doesn't look terrible, but it doesn't look beautiful.
I'd rather a plate that looks less elaborate and tastes phenomenal. Thank you.
but it can't look gray and brown.
Gray?
And listen, Brandi,
Sometimes-
I love you guys, all of you.
Great. Grey it's not. Delicious it is. Thank you.
Christina has the last word.
needless to say, we're all very passionate about
Chat,
what you
when
put
the
forth
baker
before
finally
us tonight.
speaks.
Thank you very much.
Taking a drink.
David, please present your entree. Thank you.
My entree course is disappointing. I wasn't able to roll
Baker, take
my cabbage rolls tightly enough, and it took me so long that I couldn't get them in
Her
the water
input will be
bath in
valued
enough time.
next
So I'm
round.
a little worried that
Fair
my
enough.
hen is not cooked to the correct temperature.
Describe the dish, please.
For you, I have
Oh my
Savoy
God,
cabbage
man.
wrapped guinea hen and foie gras served with a morel and yellow wine cream sauce with sautéed fresh morels and thumbelina carrots.
You're not happy with this.
Correct.
You've got the right to be pissed off.
It looks a mess.
Come here.
Come here, you. Come here, you.
Take a look at that and tell me what you can see.
Oh, no. What? I put the fucking camera on it so we can see. Jesus Christ, this showman.
David,
Yes, chef.
come here. Take a look at that and tell me what you can see.
Is it raw? Oh, I can see that.
It's maybe a little bit pinker than I intended.
That is not a little bit pink.
That's raw.
This is rare.
That's rare. Thank you.
Oh. Guys, hold up. Let me say something. Chat, because he's third in the lineup, in his last, okay, the pink is gonna always look a little bit more reddish in color because of how much time it was spent out and how much it aired. It
Sauce is
oxidated.
incredible. The combination, that wine, that dryness,
The redness
sweetness,
always
earthiness of the
oxidates it a
morels.
little bit.
But wrapping any protein in cabbage and then tempering it and then cooking it
Yeah, it
twice
does.
and rolling it, your work is
Just
cut
like
out.
stuff with blood.
And you need to have made 200 of these to nail it because it's unforgiving. Understand why you put your neck in your noose. That's you. Unfortunately, your hand's not strong enough because it's such a technical dish to pull off. Really technical.
Thank you, chef.
The seasoning is perfect. The sauce is superb. And Gordon will agree with me. In French cuisine, sauce can count for 75% of the success of a dish.
Yeah,
And
good
I
sauce.
think here,
Fuck
you really
yeah.
proven that you were a very, very good cook and you could make a fantastic sauce also.
Thank you, chef.
You're like an artist who walks on the high wire. So, if you walk on the high wire, you better be good. If you fall, it's the end. I don't think you fell here. My guinea hen is actually cooked really perfectly. Would I have loved a little more foie gras? For sure. But the dish looks beautiful, and I really believe it was delicious.
Thank you, chef.
David, I think the flavor of the dish is delicious, but there are a few shortcomings that are pretty blatant here. It's clear that you still remain a technician in terms of flavor, but you fell a little short in terms
Flavor
of technique
technician?
with the preparation of that protein.
Thank you, David. Thank you, chefs.
A flavor technician can repair the flavor elevator.
David, Brandi, Sean, it is time for dessert. Why don't the three of you head on into the kitchen and get ready for that dessert
Thank you,
course.
chefs.
Thank you, chefs.
Thank you.
Wow.
I mean, some pretty impressive entrees. We obviously have a lot to talk about.
How's everybody feeling?
Well, they weren't as hard on me as I thought they could have been.
David's entree. I think there were high points of his dish, the sauce, and low points of his
It
dish,
was
the
terrible.
actual cookery of the protein, which was meant to be the star of the dish.
David's biggest problem this evening with his entree was him. The actual technical ability of assembling that
But
dish
he had a good
was way
sauce.
more difficult than cooking it. And he shot himself in the foot.
I needed that so bad. If I wouldn't have nailed that one, there wouldn't have been a reason for me to even cook dessert.
Sean delivered in the
Who is
entree.
talking
I
to?
never saw venison presented this way.
I want David to
the
win,
onions
but-
were cooked nicely and give it sweetness, a little acidity from the balsamic vinegar, mushrooms, and he executed the venison perfectly.
Honestly, tonight's the first
Sean
time
is smurfing,
where
I'm
I
just
felt
saying.
that I could lift a finale's dish and transport it to my flagship restaurant. And Sean's was just that. It was that good.
Yeah.
We still got one more round.
Brandi came in with a hand-seared duck breast that was just beautiful. She played to her strengths.
When I see
Brandi
Brandi, I
is a
smile
southern,
and it makes me
greasy,
happy to
big
see
and heavy
how
with one
far
trick.
She has gone into the competition.
I like it though.
And stays so true to her roots. It was a wonderful, wonderful dish.
I was not impressed with
Yeah.
that.
Visually, she did not bring the thunder.
60 minutes left in the MasterChef kitchen.
Better make it count, my man.
I think it's fair to say at this point, through the appetizer and the entree, it's
That
a
wasn't
three-way
mean. I
tie.
mean, well,
But
she cooks, not
there's
her.
Still
She's not
what
greasy.
I would argue is the most important course to come.
I think whoever nails this one
Yeah.
might rise to the top.
I agree. Let's go.
I predict Sean makes a weird bowl like last time, whatever he. What was it called? Like the weird vanilla bullshit?
David, Brandi, and Sean, 2 courses in, 1 to go. Right now, if you had to ask me, it's wide
panna
open,
cotta.
ladies and gentlemen. The pressure is really on to nail your desserts. Are you ready? Yes, chef. Your 60 minutes starts
No. Incoming pier.
Wow, this is it. 60 minutes away from one of these 3 talented amateur cooks becoming America's next MasterChef.
For my dessert, I'm making cornbread madeleines, a white chocolate mousse, bourbon caramel, candied pecans, and bourbon glazed peaches.
No way she can pull
The
that off.
judges are going to look at this
A
plate
Madeleine?
and they're
No
going to be
fuck
completely floored.
shot.
They're not going to believe that it came from an
No,
Irvington Elementary
absolutely
School
no shot to
teacher.
pull that off. I'm just gonna say it ahead of time.
You got it.
Come on, girl.
Madeleines aren't too sweet. They're like the perfect balance of like richness, sweetness, and
For
consistency.
dessert,
It's like
I'm making
it's
a
like,
glazed
It's like
and
the
stuffed
perfect
fresh
dessert, dude. Are you
berry
kidding me?
served with a chocolate cremeux, a kirsch
But she won't pull it
chantilly
off,
whipped
huh?
cream, cherry puree, garnished with a cookie crumble and popping rocks. My dessert
Pop
is very
rocks.
complex. There's lots of technical aspects in it. If executed properly, there's no beating my dessert.
Oh yeah, that's perfect. For my dessert, I'm making a salted caramel chocolate tart with a raspberry coulis. I needed to nail the entree after the stumble with the appetizer, and I'm back.
I'm a pop
Brandi
rock
and David better
connoisseur.
bring everything they know to take me down, because I'm motivated. I'm ready for this. The MasterChef trophy is coming down to dessert.
Bubble yum, nerds connoisseur.
Wow. 6
Air
minutes
and-
away from one of these three talented amateur cooks becoming America's next MasterChef.
A killer dessert from any of the three home cooks.
You don't know about
could
Bubba
nail
Bubba?
the win.
And bubble yum. Don't talk to me. Earmuffs.
Sean,
Chef Toasty.
dessert, come on. This is your dough?
Yes, ma'am. It's a chocolate almond dough.
Okay.
I'm actually reining it in a little bit on my dessert. I'm doing a classic salted caramel chocolate tart with a raspberry coulis.
Now, why decide to play it safe in the dessert course?
Well, I said simplify. I didn't say safe, because this thing might not set. So my timing's got to be right.
And how long do they need in the oven?
They need probably about 10 to 15 minutes.
And then you got to chill them down
10,
and fill
15?
them.
What a
Like I
big
said,
margin.
simplified, not easy.
You know, sometimes the simple things are more difficult.
Absolutely,
that is
because
true.
10 to
the flaws
15?
shine even brighter.
Sean, your last 40 minutes cooking in this kitchen. Good luck.
Thank you.
Right, Brandi, how you feeling?
Madeleines are crazy.
Really good.
Tell me about the dish.
I am making
If you can get yourself
one-grain
some of those,
madeleines.
they're
They'll
insane.
be dusted in powdered sugar.
I don't know if you know, but Danielle is an expert at Madeleine.
Oh, is he?
An expert.
I serve millions of Madeleine.
How are we dressing this? What's the garnish?
I have the peach puree. I'm making a bourbon caramel sauce. I've got spiced candy pecan.
Like a
I've got
sponge
my
was
white
very rich.
chocolate mousse over here. I'm sticking true
is
to
a
my
bit like,
southern flavors,
lemon,
but I am
almost,
going
a
to give
little
you an
bit.
upscale-looking dessert.
Now, the peaches, you caramelize them, roast them. How are we cooking them?
In my cast iron skillet, I'm going to caramelize those in butter and
Golden
brown
skillet.
sugar and flambe with
Good.
the bourbon.
34 minutes to go. Good luck.
Hello, Chef.
David, give it
Bourbon
to me.
for
What
the
are you
8th
working
time?
on?
Right here, I've got cherry puree.
Okay.
In that bowl, I've got a cherry compote that's gonna go piped
Compote, yeah,
inside
okay,
of a pitted fresh cherry. And I'm gonna glaze it in my red glaze over here.
So it's a cherry stuffed with cherry, glazed with cherry.
Well, the glaze is a milk chocolate glaze.
Oh, so this is chocolate, but also colored with red.
Yes.
Look at how shiny and stunning it
Right, yeah, I think it's going to be beautiful.
is. And is that some gold decor I see over there?
It's over there,
So
yeah.
you're bringing us Vegas in this last course as well.
Damn, dessert bullshit. She knows about that.
You better speed up.
Ah,
All right, good luck, David.
warrior.
Thank you, chef.
So David is doing this symphony of cherries. It sounds elegant, it's focused, but David is again focusing so much on the technique, on these ingredients.
Too complicated, Christina? I mean, is he doing to dessert what Sean did to his appetizer?
30 ingredients? You don't need that much. It's about what you put into it,
30.
thoughtfully.
True.
Beautiful.
So, Brandi's doing these corn madeleine. Playing to her strengths, but will that make the madeleine?
These
the
are
sweet,
terrible.
delicate peach
What?
sponge, taste like cornbread?
Maybe the cornmeal in
That's
there will
dog
give
shit.
the Madeleine a little crunch.
You don't
Will
need
make it a little
crunch in a Madeleine.
It will be a different version.
Yeah, Brandi, finish
They have to be
strong,
brown
girl.
and golden almost all around, and a little hint of
Sean
like
is
yellow
keeping
gold
it simple.
on
A
top in the middle.
chocolate salted
And it looks like a
caramel
shell.
tart. I worry that Sean's playing a little too safe.
That's
Sean's
terrible.
missing
Simplicity
you.
in dessert could be a winner.
I think that's where he's going. I've overcomplicated my appetizer, I've reined it in on the entree, and now I'm just going to give you the best chocolate tart ever. Last 5 minutes, come on.
Come on, guys.
Whatever.
This is it. Let's go, guys.
Oh, she's opening the bourbon.
Brandi's about to flambe.